Hello and welcome to today's video. This is Tammy Coyne, your holistic alchemist, helping you change pain into possibilities and possibilities into purpose. I upload content twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays on holistic healing and personal development. And on Saturdays, I do the Holistic Pathway podcast, unscripted video conversations on mind, body, spirit, and entrepreneurship. It is uploaded on Saturdays here on the channel. So let's talk a little bit today about holistic healing and spirituality and your higher calling. I just had an amazing conversation with someone, and it had me thinking about how many of us feel a deeper calling to go into something that we've never done before. And it can feel terrifying. Like, how do we do this? Maybe we're feeling that it is spiritually connected, that it's part of our spiritual path. And yet, there's still so much healing to do from our human experiences. So, how do you marry the two? Well, one, it takes a certain kind of practitioner, or you need multiple practitioners to get this done. We often spend time, and if you're not there yet, you may find this coming for you at some point where you start to change and evolve. Your life starts to feel different. You start to feel different on the inside. Your life on the outside doesn't match what you feel like is going on the inside. You find that you can no longer work traditional jobs, or that you find you are finding less and less people to have any kind of connection with. Relationships, whether it be friendships or romantic relationships, you find everything in your life no longer works the way it once did. It gets very confusing. And if you are just working with, let's say, a traditional counselor, they often don't know what you've got going on. They might be able to work with you on the psychological part of it, but they might not understand the physical or the spiritual part of what you have going on. If you're going to, let's say, a traditional doctor, they might have that part of things, but they don't have the other parts of things. You might be going to a spiritual healer type. They might have the spiritual side of things, but they don't have the other side. So then once again, it feels like you're not getting what you need. I have a very unique skill set that crosses a lot of different industries, crosses a lot of different modalities, crosses a lot of different topics of conversation. As an example, in a conversation with someone, we might talk about their nutrition and how they're not eating well. We might talk about addictions. We might talk about the fact that they're full of anxiety. We might talk about the fact that they're going through the dark night of the soul. We might talk about the fact that they're going through spiritual awakening, or that they're having ascension symptoms. We might talk about they're being called into higher service, and how their human experiences have prepared them to go to this next level. There's a depth to the amount that we cover when we work together, because not all people are their challenges, the things that they are suffering through, are not so easy to fit in these little boxes. Part of what I do with people is called unboxing your authentic self. Why? Is because what you need is different than everybody else I work with. Maybe they're kind of in the same ballpark. Maybe they all have sort of the same underlying thing, because you all have a certain quality about you that is true throughout the clients I work with. Age is not a factor. Gender is not a factor. There's so many things that aren't a factor. What is a factor for them is this deep inner knowing that something's got to change. This deep inner knowing that they don't fit. This deep inner knowing that their life feels like it's being called to do something more, even though they don't know what that is. Sometimes they do, but often they don't. So that's why it's so important that if you feel like you're being called into this higher work, or you're being called into this deep spiritual path, that you tend to the rest of you as well. Mind, body, spirit, and entrepreneurship. On some level, it all goes together. You are part of something so much bigger. And you may be out there feeling incredibly alone, incredibly isolated, like there's no one else in the world who gets what you're going through. Let me tell you, I get what you're going through, and I'm connected to a whole lot of people who get what you're going through. Part of what is needed out there is the community of people like us, which I'm building. Part of what's needed is the rest of the healing, so that you can actually step in and do the higher work. So what do you think about this? Is this where you are on your journey? What's going on for you? I am working on some super cool things that I hope will resonate with the people who are watching these videos. I never know who's watching. And so I know that I'm working really hard behind the scenes to create things that are going to help the people that I spoke about get into their higher work, from holistically healing to developing personally to into their spiritual entrepreneurship and beyond, and going out and doing their higher work. So if I can help you, please do schedule a consultation. If you'd like to have your questions submitted on the channel, I will put some information in the description on how to do that. And I don't know that I'll get to every question, but I will answer as many as I can. And thank you so much. This is Tammy Coyne, your holistic alchemist, helping you change pain into possibilities and possibilities into purpose. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.